with a referee, with an announcer and a camera in your face, and you've got to be cool, calm, and collected.
Me like it.
And like some people on these bright lights, they perform, and some people will.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight will be contested over 3 3-minute rounds in the super lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, this man represents Kelly's MMA. It's Louis Francis! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, this man represents London MMA Warriors. It's Demitry Arabadji! And your referee in charge of the action is Alan Jack.
So we've got Francis in the red corner, Demitry in the blue. Here we go, it's our second contest of the evening. This is much more light, much more evenly matched up, certainly on size.
I was definitely impressed with the physique of Francis as he stepped into the cage. He's definitely well muscled.
Jumps the guillotine early, does Demitry.
Don't be silly, jump the gilly.
It's arm in, it's hard to finish. He's just got a not wrist blowing his arm out.
He's really over the chin there.
Yeah, he's tight. Look at his corner. What he wants to do is twist his body. You don't want to go straight back. He wants to be twisted to his right. If he does that, he's going to need to use it to get back to his feet. He's now giving up half guard. He's now on the bottom, but with the head control.
He's really reefing on the head of Francis, Demitry, but he's holding on for dear life. Francis had a chance to do a Von Flue choke. He's going to put pressure down with his left shoulder there.
Yeah, I think he's even looking for it, Steve. Good catch. Yeah, he's going to be looking to squeeze with his left shoulder.
And it's a deceptive choke. You don't even know it's on before you're out.
Yeah, we saw someone on the last Ballerino show was put to sleep with a Von Flue. So a Von Flue, for the guys watching at home, the guy on top, you can see his left arm is under Demitry's head. And then Francis is leaning on his shoulder and he's trying to block the carotid artery. He's given up on it now. It wasn't quite tight enough. Now he's just trying to work his head out. And Demitry is using the scramble to get back to him. He wants to keep his legs in the way. And then he's got the strength of his legs to make space. But he's been mounted. No longer the strength of your legs.
And now you've got all of Louis Francis on top of you, Demitry.
Yeah, he's gonna need to bridge. He's giving up his back. He's gonna have to turn in towards him. He doesn't want him on his back. Does just that. Oh, will he get up on top, Steve? He's got that underhook. Good work by Demitry to get back to his feet. Now a guillotine of his own, maybe, for Francis.
This is a big question, right? This fairly new gym in London MMA Warriors, and he's a pretty good account of himself. Definitely a bit of a cagey start there, pun intended, but he's settling on top. Louis Francis might have blown himself out a little bit trying to get out of that head position. And honestly, the way Demitry's been reefing on the head here will tire out anybody.
If Francis looks fatigued, arm in again.
This might just be what he's getting everybody with in the gym.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has his hands that well connected. It's quite tough to get your hands together to finish this front headlock choke.
This is nice seeing Demitry going to the knees a bit, maybe trying to pepper the body of Francis. You've got to get blood to all those huge muscles. And he puts one right into the belly button of Louis Francis there. And now he's almost looking to give his back as he goes for a head and arm throw.
This does look like two amateur debut fighters, Steve. There's like real raw skill here and athleticism, but there's also a lot that needs polishing.
We've got both of those things in spades with 13 seconds remaining. Demitry again sneaks out the back. Can he put a little bit of an exclamation mark on this round for himself?
And a very close round.
Demitry's going to end on top. Frenetic pace there in the first.
Yeah, Francis finished on top, Demitry on the bottom, trying to find a way out. And it's interesting, the grappling of Demitry. You're seeing these moments where he's doing quite technically well. Guillotines, pulling the guard, like everything looks good, but then also some of his escapes just look a little beginnery. Is that the right word? And I mean that in the most positive way. This is amateur MMA, it's debut fights. This is what we want. You've come here to get experience. If you're watching this tape back, and you're watching this on YouTube right now, listening to me and Steve, both your fighters, just click the little cog, put it in slow motion, and just look at the details. Look at the points where you're just a little bit out of position.
Yeah, that is the thing. Keeping your, what is the overall frame of your body. And there's a couple of things there that Demitry did quite well. He was breaking the posture of Francis constantly, and that will wear on you as the fight goes on. However, we didn't even see either of these fighters really get to engage in any striking. And that's kind of the
Yeah,
the calling card of an amateur fight, is that you're going to crash together, and that's going to be who can dominate the grappling exchanges.
I'm pretty sure that's ballerina female champion Lindsay Payne in the corner of Lewis
really
Francis
is.
as well. That's going to be useful. Someone that's been here and done it at the highest level.
And now is professional.
Here we go.
Kelly's MMA going from strength to strength. They come out a little bit more calm. Francis touches and goes for a big right hand. Demitry
wild right hand.
Demitry now knows he's in a big fight here. There's no friends in this cage at the moment.
This is where they both just seem that they need a little more polishing, is the underhooks, and I don't like that escape from the back, Steve. You're just going to give up your back too often.
Well, I don't like the head and arm throw either.
This is true.
You just end up slipping around. Whereas, and look, right now he's holding on to kind of double overs. There's no guillotine threat. He's just holding on to the arms of Francis.
Tries to roll him over the top with a headlock.
Almost like a bulldog choke position here, but he's
going to give up his back.
Again.
Yep.
What do they say? The definition of madness is doing the same mistake over and over again and expecting different results.
Yeah, needs to bail on these guillotines. Start defending the positions.
He's got a body lock here. He could use that to stifle the double, but no, he doesn't.
Huge takedown.
Francis a la Emilios Apostolou, who we've seen win big titles here at MMA Battle Arena in the past. Training partner to Lewis Francis, but now again we have Demitry on the top. It's just back and forth in the scrambling exchanges here.
Oh, takedown of his own.
Suplex.
I'm quite enjoying this one, Steve. I mean, it's not the most beautiful technical exchange, but the athleticism of both these fighters is insane. And the cardio, I mean, to come out, usually your debut is when your gas tank goes, just the nerves, the adrenaline. But both of them have just in the endurance for days. Huge takedowns, hurling 75 kilograms around the cage.
75 kilograms plus, that's for sure. Because we did have day before weigh-ins yesterday.
Oh, this is true, yeah. It's probably
guys
80s.
definitely put themselves back up. Oh, another sit to a poorly timed guillotine. Is way out of position here. Again, you spoke about being out of position, Chris, and that just seems to be the continuous case when it comes to Arabadji Demitry.
Yeah, just needs to polish his jiu-jitsu a bit. He's got that athleticism, he's got the squeeze, he's got the strength, he's got the power, but sometimes the big, strong guys, they're not that technical.
He's listening to
he's listening. He's very coachable, but you can get away in the gym by just muscling out of stuff. And you'll see it with our lighter weight divisions later. Often they're more technical, and sometimes it can hold you back at the start of your career because you can force things. And then you meet your match in the cage. You meet someone that can match the power, and now you need that technicality.
You need that little bit of extra technical prowess.
Yeah.
And this is, Francis is calming down as the round goes on. He's landing, he's sneaking shots there under the arm of Demitry. Makes it very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, Francis, I thought he looked fatigued sort of a minute into round one, but he's got his absolute second wind and he's pacing himself beautifully now. Dropping down, looking for a takedown once again.
Again, he has the strength to do that big sideways double, and he almost sidewalk slams Demitry into the mat, hitting him with the earth as it is. And he's landing hammer fists at will. Demitry's head against the cage.
And that's the trick when you're as powerful as both of these fighters, is not using it all the time, because you're just going to fatigue yourself. You know, you're this big, powerful athlete. You want to be slow, technical. Choose your moment, then explode. You know, it's a bit like you used to play those computer games. You had the energy bar at the top of the screen. You don't want to zap it straight away. You want to be choosing the right moment, whether it's opening on your opponent.
Excellent point, Chris. And that's a lot about what it is to be in this direct competition with another person, right? As you're fighting, it's how much energy you can take from them and how much you can conserve for yourself.
I'm pretty sure the judges would have given that to Francis that round.
That round was definitive, wasn't it?
Yeah. The first round was a little bit closer, especially with the guillotine guillotine attempt. This third round, this is where we need to see a little bit of a different approach from Demitry. He needs to come out there, maybe keep that distance. Francis is striking. He clearly hits very hard, but he telegraphs. You do see it coming. It's a bit wild. If Demitry can keep a little more distance, use a jab, get behind it, pepper those shots, it could really change this fight. If he keeps this in these wild grappling exchanges against the cage, Francis, on average, seems to have his number. And that's what Francis is smart.
He just steams in again for that double. He gets right under the elbows.
And that's what, if I was in Francis's corner, Steve, I'd have been saying just that. I'd been like, look, this is what we've discovered. It works for us. Go out there, touch gloves, shoot.
And look, he's passed brilliantly. There just doesn't seem to be any answers right now from Demitry.
Yeah, we could see Francis finishing this mount, but Demitry's bridge is so powerful.
He almost does the wrong thing here, turning away what you'd expect, but now also Lewis Francis is finding shots from everywhere, and those are loud, thunderous punches.
Thunderous shots to the side of the head.
Here.
And I love Francis' attempt here. He's not overcommitted to any of these shots. He's not going to gas himself out, even if he can't finish this here. All over.
Oh, big call.
Fantastic debut for Lewis Francis. And Kelly's MMA once again gets the nod. What a team.
And he'll just take from that and just get better and better.
Demitry had a really strong round one. Went out there, that guillotine attempt, that athleticism, the takedown of his own, huge takedown in round two. But the night belongs to Lewis. He was calm when he was on top, didn't take any risks in that exchange in the guillotine, and then like he problem solved. That's part of what MMA is for the coaches, for him as a fighter, is seeing what's working and what's not. And he figured out what takedowns were working, got that double leg, got to the dominant position. Demitry gave up his back, and then Lewis stayed on top and did the damage.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Alan Jackson calls a stop to this contest at 50 seconds of the third round. For your winner by TKO due to ground and pound, Lewis Francis!
Lewis Francis, elated with his performance, absolutely incredible. What a guy. We're going to see him back here in the Battle Arena cage. Just a few things to polish up on those scrambles, and he's going to be an absolute demon in this division. Incredible performance. He's got power, he's got the takedowns, he's got the submission, defense and attempts, and he's got thunderous ground and pound. That's what we want to see here in the Battle Arena cage.